Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. This is a different kind of video today. I figured I would bring you a hurricane vlog. I live in Florida. We got a hurricane headed straight for us tonight. Category 3, as a matter of fact, Hurricane Idalia. And at first it was anticipated that she was going to go a little east of us, but that eye is very close to our home, probably some 60 miles away. So we're getting a pretty close to direct hit, and we are kind of last minute scrambling here. We thought we were prepared, but you know, they take a turn for you. So I thought, you know what? My daughter actually had a brilliant idea. She just mentioned it in joking around about me doing a hurricane vlog, and I said, oh my gosh, I totally need to do a hurricane vlog. For those of you who don't live in Florida, you don't go through hurricanes like we do, I figured, you know what, we're gonna do this. So I thought I'd bring you along to show you what kind of things we have to do to prepare. Excuse my very dirty yard. It's just gonna get dirtier. Dirty chair, dirty everything. I'm not bothering to clean right now because there will be a lot of yard debris after this. I'm going to hope the trees all stay standing. Yeah, I'm already hearing the thunder. I don't know if you can hear the thunder rumbling. You might also be hearing our generator too going. So that is one of the most important things. We did get a generator a few years ago during one of our hurricanes because I have a kid with type 1 diabetes, and we cannot be without insulin that needs to be refrigerated. So that was kind of a medical necessity. So we got that a while back. We're running it right now, testing it out. So I'm out here with the generator. My husband has gone to get more gas for the generator. That's one thing, is you'll go through a lot of gas. And he has gassed up our cars. Lines are already backed way out to the roads. It's a good like 30-minute wait at least for the gas pumps. So anyway, those are some of the things we're doing tonight. I had already done a big grocery pickup order. So we have groceries now. Some of it's perishable, but you know, we're gonna hope the generator's gonna keep our fridge going. But there are some things I'm doing, like right now I'm boiling eggs. The birds are talking about it. I'm boiling eggs so that even though, you know, those require refrigeration, but at least you have, you know, a little protein for the day, and you know, you might get a little bit of refrigeration lasting for a day or two. So protein that isn't just like canned tuna, canned soup, canned beans. But you know, I do have lots. Luckily I stocked up on a lot of soup, even though it is 100 degrees outside. The beauty of Florida, it's so hot. So that's honestly what Floridians are scared of almost more than property damage, is the air conditioning not being on, being without power, because it is truly 100 degrees outside. Fun times. My husband has a camping grill, so we're prepared to cook that way if we need to. But we've got canned soup, a lot of canned soup, because I'm currently just recovering from COVID as well. And it's been a week, y'all. It's been a week. So I stocked up on everything for like just not feeling well. So I have a bunch of soup and canned stuff. We already kind of had those in stock, so we didn't have to go mad at the stores. Costco is insane right before a hurricane, just so you know. Sam's, the lines at like Publix and all that. A lot of times the first few things that sell out is bottled water, canned goods, and you know, especially like tuna, you know, that kind of stuff. I didn't go fight anybody at the stores. My brother-in-law did bring me some water because he and my sister went out to Costco. So we're good with food. And then another tip, I'm gonna go ahead and show you my fridge and what I did. Just a minute. So I went ahead and put a little bit of the bottled water into the freezer so that it will last longer later, and ice packs, just trying to store up. And of course, here's all of the insulin that we have to keep refrigerated. Boiling my eggs, and then all of our flashlights and battery powered stuff we're charging, making sure that's ready to go. And then that type of thing, running the generator just to make sure it's good to go. So also bringing in all the lawn furniture. I have my umbrella back here that, you know, things we just don't want like slinging into our house. So we're trying to kind of start bringing all of this in our shed in the back of our house. And the only thing is our boat. I'm not quite sure what to do with it, how to secure it. Just gonna hope no trees fall on it and go from there. Now this is my husband's caber, or his wooden stick thing that he uses to practice caber with for the Scottish games. I'm gonna have to let him get that because I can't pick it up for anything. But you know, you just always want to be thinking about what kind of loose items are out in your yard that could go slinging into your house. And of course, if you have any branches that could be hanging over your roof that could fall, trees leaning, you know, it's a good idea to be thinking of these things before hurricane season. Luckily, our insurance made us trim that branch right there because it used to hang over our roof. So we did have that done recently, so not as concerned about these trees. So the most upsetting to me will be if something happens to my elephant ears. They're my babies and I love them so much. All right, so that's a little bit of the outside. I'm gonna make a couple of pots of coffee because our household cannot go without coffee. That's just, no, that would be not so good. That would really be apocalyptic and y'all don't want to see it. I don't love cold coffee, but it's better than no coffee. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and steep some coffee just in case. I mean, we'll have our generator, so hopefully we can still make a pot. We're gonna hook our coffee pot up to the generator. The most important things is gonna be fans, refrigerator, coffee pot. Most important items. And then chargers for our phones and electronics. So that brings me to another point. We're also currently charging all of our little battery packs for our phones. But there are a few other things like last minute cleaning. Like I'm running a thing of dishes right now. I'm doing a load of laundry. I'm trying to do all the like cleaning things. I took the trash out and thank goodness the trash men came today. So at least that means that we're not going to be sitting here with like trash building up, smelling in the neighborhood. If we can't get like emergency vehicles in and it's a while before civilization comes back to light. And, you know, if you don't have power, it's hard to clean. So going ahead and like having fresh everything. I've got paper cups, paper plates, all of that. So I don't have to make as many dishes if I can't clean. All these things you just kind of come to think about as a Floridian. You just sort of have these things on hand all the time, to be honest with you. And so here in Tallahassee, we really haven't had direct hit hurricanes since Hurricane Kate hit when I was, I can't remember what age, 6, 8, somewhere around there, back in the 80s. It did a lot of damage. That's been our only like direct hit hurricane. And I can't remember what category she was. We've been pretty lucky that, you know, we haven't really been hit directly. We get a lot of tropical storms. And we get the outskirts of hurricanes that have hit all around us, but not direct. This one's pretty darn direct. It's not straight up, like the eye's not coming straight through Tallahassee, but we are definitely gonna be in the center, like right along the western wall of the eye. And a lot of the yucky, intense stuff is looking like it's gonna fall right northeast of Tallahassee, which is where we live. So, yeah, so this is going to be a doozy. You know, for us, I've lived in Tallahassee my whole life. We're so used to hurricanes. You know, definitely this is usually the beginning and the start of hurricane season, and you usually get the doozy ones coming right in, pow, 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 right at the start of football season for us at FSU. I used to love it because school would be closed growing up, or college would be closed when I was in college. But now as an adult, you know, you're responsible for everything, so you don't love it quite as much. But we don't really panic until it starts to hit about a 3. We take, you know, 4s and 5s very seriously. 3 is right at that border, so it's like, do you evacuate, do you not? If you live in a mobile home here, everybody's actually already been mandated to leave to evacuate if they live in a mobile home in our county. And there's shelters. A lot of the schools are set up as shelters. Not right at the coast here. We're about an hour from the coastline. A lot of the Wakulla County residents that are along the coastline are all being mandatory evacuations. I have family that lives down there. They have been evacuated already, and they're staying with some of our other family up here. So, yeah, but here in Tallahassee, most people don't start to evacuate unless it's 4 or 5 and a direct hit. But that eye can turn at any minute. And that's what happened with Hurricane Michael. You know, a lot of folks stayed, and that hurricane went straight through town. It went right through Marianna, where my sister-in-law lives. And they weren't expecting that. When that eye comes with those direct winds and the tornadoes, it is such destruction. And there's still, the trees are all still tilted over there. So we've seen the damage that it can cause. So here's a little tip for scaredy cat dogs like mine that don't like these storms. Catnip is actually known to help calm dogs down. I also sometimes use CBD for our dog too. You just mix it with a teaspoon of peanut butter, or I guess depending on the size of your dog too. And it does have kind of a calming effect. So we call this our dog's weed. So I got his weed ready. And I've also got his CBD too. So yeah, we got all the weed ready for him, all the pot. The neighbor has put her little tire thing down with bricks around it, I guess, to hold it, keep it from flying off. Here's the neighborhood, the calm before the storm. And then another thing they talk about is actually filling your tubs with water. Like after your shower, go ahead and fill it back up and have that sitting water there, just in case your water and toilets don't have running water during the storm. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, or you just can get big jugs of gallons of water. We'll see. So I'll keep you posted if I do that. I've honestly never done it before. So I may just use all this tons of water we already have. All right, guys, another check-in. This is not good at all. Just heard rumors locally here. The Jim Cantor, who is like, you know, if you're a Florida person, you know the significance of this. Wherever Jim Cantor is, you don't want to be. He's the weather guy that chases the storms, and he goes wherever it's the most dangerous and where the biggest like direct impact is going to be. There's rumors that he just moved to St. Mark's, which is the coastline just south of us. That would make it the most direct hit to us. Great. Okay, guys, so update. It is 7:30 at night. I just had a shower. The sweat looked terrible. Husband just got off the phone with his senior leadership. He works for the state of Florida. Gets kind of direct reports from the emergency ops, and it is coming straight for us. Now, this is not going east of us. It's coming straight for us. We're going to be under curfew. We'll be under curfew at 4 in the morning. So we can still be out tonight trying to figure out what to do. He is live in Tallahassee. Lovely. When your city is on the news. Oh, lovely. We've never had winds this strong. Well, that's just great to know. All right, guys, so update. It's about 10:30. I think we're hunkering down. We have a 2-story house, so we're basically going to probably sleep upstairs the first part of the night, set our alarms for when the storm's going to be coming in with the pretty strong winds. The strong winds will probably start getting here around like 3, 4 in the morning, and then it's going to make landfall about like 7-ish in the morning. So we're going to kind of set our alarms for very early and move everybody downstairs, because I figure once we're downstairs, we're not going to sleep good. So at least we can start sleeping a little bit. But we prefer to be on the first floor in our house, you know. We usually do that. We brought in the cots that my husband and the kids used to go camping, so we can set those up in the living room if we want to go back to sleep. Some can sleep on the couch, some on the cots. So that's the plan. Wish us luck, and I will check back in the morning when it is, when it's time. Good morning, guys. It is 7 in the morning, and it's really not that bad. We are without power at the moment, but it just now went out, so we made it through the whole night with power. It really wasn't bad, but I think it's gone slightly east of us, kind of towards Perry, Steinhatchee area, which is, you know, an hour from us, an hour and a half. Makes all the difference in the world. So the eye has just made landfall right at the coast, but honestly, we got the majority of the winds and rain before that. Once this eye passes, we really won't have a lot more after that. But of course, the strongest ones are probably now, and this is when we really seen it pick up. I naturally woke up at like 4 in the morning just because my body was alert and like, oh my God. But there was hardly anything then, so I went back to sleep. The rest of the house is asleep right now still. We were gonna bring the kids down here, but I've kind of been up off and on since 4. I slept again until about 6, and then I've been up since 6, just kind of watching. And it hasn't been bad enough to really do a whole lot, to be honest. And, you know, the power's just now gone out, so. Yeah, very thankful it's not so bad. There's a possum right there. The animals are trying to get out of it. Oh, but it did upgrade to a category 4, so I'm very surprised it's not that bad. I'm just assuming maybe it's because it's gone further east and we're not right in the eye at the moment. So I don't know what it's like right now for those in the eye, which is still very close to us, some of our neighbors. I do have family in the Madison area, about an hour east. It's probably gonna make its way up through Perry and up through Valdosta, where we were just at for Wild Adventures, if y'all saw that vlog. So I guess we'll see the reports. We're cranking up the generator so we can have some breakfast. And it did just hear something clunk on the roof. So I think we've had our first limb, probably a big limb fell. Hopefully that didn't do any damage or poke a hole. We've had that happen before in the past. Kids are still asleep. I might go ahead and get them up and downstairs now that I heard this limb on the roof. Poor little elephant ears. They're not faring too good out there. And fell back asleep for a little bit, but no internet or power. This is all right, guys, checking in. It is like about 11. We got our power back. Yay. So really, like, guys, this was not a terrible storm for us. I still don't know, you know, I'm seeing reports of it's just very, very flooded around Steinhatchee, Perry area. I don't know. It's still a little early to know the full damage and all that. The storm is still here. We're, you know, kind of experiencing the southern part of the wall at this point. So it's still, you know, very windy and bad out there. But honestly, to me, it feels about like what I'm used to in a tropical storm. Hubs is having to already go to work or get to work from home. Everybody here locally is just kind of like, okay, back at it. Not too bad. I'm gonna actually have lunch, and I'm just very happy that we have power to have lunch. Our internet and phone has been a little spotty, like it's kind of touch and go. So I haven't been able to get on the internet too much, but I've gotten a few text messages through family and friends checking on us and checking on them. yeah, so not too bad. So we got very lucky with this one. Yeah, so not much damage, guys, which is good. It is way later in the day. I had a nap because I was tired from kind of being up on and off in the morning. So I'm just waking up and everybody's out working the yards. Actually, our power's back out again, so it's probably like as they're fixing lines and poles and stuff, power goes back out as they're working on it. So we're running our generator again. I hope we're not without for too long again. But yeah, it's not bad at all. So a survey of a little bit of the damage. Our basketball pole fell down. We're going to clean up. And just all the debris back here. I mean, it really doesn't look that worse than it was to begin with. Sticks on here. But oh, my poor little elephant ears. Man. Oh, look at that. Bummer. I think the boat, like the cover on it ripped, but the boats are okay at least. That's good. So we ended up packing our bags and we're headed to stay at my parents' house because we still have no power for the night. It's hot. Here's a little of their neighborhood. Our neighbors have a tree down and just some of the rubbish down the street here. We're playing a little hide and seek with the nieces. And here's where we're bunked for the night on blow-up mattresses and such, so fun times. Hey guys, so it's what day is it? The next day. We're at my parents' house. Still no power at our house. My husband actually stayed there to watch over the generator and the pets. And the rest of us came here, and now he's back over here getting a hot shower. He has to work today. So yeah, we're waiting. School's supposed to start back tomorrow. I hope we have power then, but it will be interesting if not. We are trying to have coffee and all that. Thank goodness my parents have air conditioning and power. My sister and her kids are coming back over, and another family friend's coming. We're just gonna have a little party. Gonna have a hurricane party today, so our post-hurricane party. Fun times. This is why we still have no power. Okay. Line's down.
I think that was most of the basic.
All right. Okay guys, so I'm back at the house. I just came over here to gather up some more food. So mostly so that my bottomless pit son doesn't eat all of my parents' food, because I know him and he will sit and snack all day and there will be nothing left at their house. So I came back to get all our snacks and food we had gathered up. Power is still out. I really hope it's gonna be restored tonight because I'm kind of getting tired of living like a gypsy, but I know it could be so much worse. I am probably gonna go ahead and just wrap this vlog up here. I'm sure there's more that we'll be doing for the hurricane, but yeah, you got a feel for what life is like as a Floridian during hurricane season. So hope that was a little fun for you. I'm just very thankful that it, not too much damage. I feel for my neighbors over in Stenhatchee area, Keaton Beach, Perry, they got a lot more damage. I've got family in Madison that's probably going to be without power for weeks. But I'm glad everybody's safe. That's what counts. So anyway, make sure that you pop that subscribe and we will bring you back to our regularly scheduled programming, which is beauty on my channel. And then I have just a week and a half left until I leave for Scotland. So you're gonna be seeing a lot of Scotland content as well. See you guys there. Bye.